The first three that we started off with are all wines from Spain, and we kind of went a different route. Most people are used to Riojas and Prioras. We decided that we'd go, to maybe the lesser known areas and show what they're about. As you know, Spain is getting extremely popular, and so I wanted to show diversity. So the first one we started off with was a Garnacha Blanca coming from Somontano, which is, not too far from Barcelona, but if you want to kind of take a clock and go between the 9 and 10 spot, closer to the 10, up from Barcelona, maybe about 2.5 hours, you're going to come into this area of Somontano. So we did a Garnacha Blanca, really great texture, and for me, Grenache offers that really great textural component for the wine. So I really enjoyed that, along with the tuna carpaccio was really nice, and it was a little smoked, so it kind of brought out some of those great flavors of the Grenache. So it's a really nice pairing. It had a little citrus vinaigrette that then brought up the acidity in the end of the Grenache. So we did that, and when I say Grenache, it's Garnacha Blanca, just to make sure we're there. And then we went to the Monastrell. Actually, this is kind of maybe our more well-known area from Jumilla. All unoaked, really beautiful, and we paired that with a beautiful meatball and saffron risotto, which really did a nice job. So no oak on that Monastrell, so that fruit really kind of gave a pop to the citrus and the tomato that they used with the saffron and meatball risotto. So really lovely. And then we did the Finca Constancia, which is a blend kind of French varietals as well as Spanish. And with that, we had that with a really beautiful blue cheese crusted filet that was done rare to medium rare, which is really nice, with a little rosemary, roasted potatoes, and some really great Brussels sprouts. So the Finca Constancia is a blend from Cabernet, Syrah, Tempranillo, Graciano, Petit Verdot. It's just, kind of got a whole hodgepodge. So I kind of told the story of the 1880s and Phylloxera coming down, and kind of how the French and the Spanish started to exchange a little bit of knowledge, and of course grapes. So it's kind of fun to kind of show people, the French varietals, especially the Bordelais with the Cab Petit Verdot and the Cabernet Franc, as well as showing the Tempranillo and Graciano. That was that, and then we're ending the evening with Oloroso Dolce, 1847 from Gonzales BS. Typical Solera style, 8-year Solera. We have 75% of it's Palomino. The other 25% is Pedro Jimenez. Totally kept separately until the blend. And it's just going to show people, really nice Oloroso that's dolce, it's sweet. Most Olorosos are not as sweet as this, kind of more maybe on the walnutty kind of component. So we're doing that, and we're going to do it with I believe flan, or maybe something along those lines.
What a great opportunity again to come to another wine dinner. First one for 2012. Some nice wines from Spain. The food is outstanding. The service is impeccable, and the chefs are always looking for new ways to be inventive, but with real quality food. It's some of the other areas. Restaurants that deal with the Italian cuisine, they can't hold a candle to Nonna Silvia's. It's just the best place in the area to come to, and if you can, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Been to a lot of these. Been to this restaurant for several years. The steak tonight, however, comes out covered in a beautiful blue cheese crust. As you cut into it, it's like cutting into a pat of butter. And as you bite into it, it was a little slice of heaven tonight. One thing you have to realize, you have two young kids here doing some of the best work that anybody in their life can do. Putting together a steak like this, putting together an entire meal tonight, because I can talk about the steak, which was fantastic, but I'm talking about tonight was everything. They hit it out of the park. Everything. Final home run was that steak.